Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. I wanted to go over and talk about one of my favorite altcoins heading into this next bull cycle. This is one that I've been accumulating very heavily over the last couple months, and I've kept you guys very updated with everything as followed inside of my accumulation with this market. Today we're going to be going over Chainlink. Chainlink has been one of my favorite altcoins because I genuinely believe that it solves one of the biggest problems currently confronting cryptocurrencies today. If we can get Chainlink to get major adoption, we're going to be able to see a new wave of adoption takes place inside of this market that is going to send trillions of dollars of wealth towards all of these cryptocurrencies. Chainlink has been one that I have active margin positions on. I also have a lot of spot orders. I've been spending a lot of my Bitcoin that I have extra into Chainlink because it's been outperforming the majority of the market. Today we're going to be going through, I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of my long-term perspective with Chainlink, what I'm actually expecting on a shorter time frame, and why I think that everybody needs to have at least some exposure to Chainlink if in fact you want to have a balanced portfolio. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Make sure that you guys click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And always remember guys, I have a Discord server with over 8,000 members. This thing is growing so fast. It's one of the biggest and fastest growing Discord communities out there, especially for crypto. And I would love to have you guys join. All you got to do is click in the description of this video, and there you're going to find the invitation link. It's totally free for anybody that wants to. However, on my Discord, I do offer some of my more exclusive content, like the video course and signals. So if you guys would actually like to have more information on the video course and signals, how to sign up and how to actually copy my portfolio and follow along with all of the educational content, stay into the end of this video because then I'm going to be talking much more in depth about how to sign up, how it works, and some things and positives for actually doing it. So make sure that you guys wait to the end, finish this video out, and then you're going to be able to find out how to sign up. But with all that being said, guys, we got a lot of really amazing things to cover today with Chainlink. This has been one of my favorite cryptos. So let's quit messing around and let's jump right in this amazing video today. Now really guys, what I want to quickly touch up on some things is for some new people that maybe haven't joined the channel, haven't seen me talk about Chainlink, or maybe haven't heard of Chainlink at all. I wanted to go through and actually talk about my biggest reasons why I like this cryptocurrency. Now basically, to understand why Chainlink is so valuable, you have to understand the problem that's currently being solved by using Chainlink. So right now, we have this issue where blockchains can't really take data from the regular centralized servers inside of society, all of the internet databases, all of the businesses that have all of their, payroll and all of their personal information and documentation. We have no way of sending that to a blockchain because blockchains themselves are decentralized, so they can't really take in information from the outside world. Now, this is a big issue because how the heck are we supposed to send all of our records, all of our information, and all of that data to actually put it on a blockchain if these blockchains can't just directly accept it? And that's exactly what Chainlink sets to do. Chainlink is going to be the middleware between the centralized and the decentralized, very similar to how XRP is used to partner with banks so that banks can send normal monetary value to the decentralized blockchain value. We are actually going to be able to have Chainlink to do that for data transfer. Now, instead of just sending value, this is going to be completely data transfer. And you could also send cryptos, you could send virtually anything. And so in my opinion, that's why this is so important. So to put this all into perspective, let's say I have all of this data on a website that I need to transfer over to my blockchain. Well, my blockchain just can't directly take it because of the way the blockchains are created in being decentralized. And so what I would do is I would use Chainlink to initiate the transaction and be the middleman for processing that. I would send all of my data through Chainlink. Chainlink would send it through to the blockchain because Chainlink can connect to the blockchains and it can also connect to the normal mainstream society. And so that's why I think this is valuable. For the first time ever, we're going to have ways to transfer data from blockchains to the centralized servers and vice versa. And so this is going to be a really big catalyst for blockchain adoption, and I'm really excited for this long term. Now, really what we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be taking a look at the dollar pair, and we're also going to be taking a look at the Bitcoin pair, and we're also going to be taking a look at the total altcoin market cap dominance, because that is very important to talk about these things because there's a lot of really important catalysts that are actually playing out. Now, Chainlink itself has been the best performing altcoin I mean, you could technically label some of these low caps. Hex was another one. But out of all of the high cap altcoins, Chainlink is the best performing crypto. It leads the impulses. It dumps, and it dumps not as hard as the other ones when they actually fall. And so it shows a lot of strength right now. Chainlink went through this long accumulation phase basically ever since the bear market. 2018 rolls around, and then we just accumulated sideways. But what was really interesting was the new year was about right here. And then Chainlink actually led the impulse. Chainlink was the first real leader of that entire move where Bitcoin went to 14K. And it actually outperformed Bitcoin the entire way up, which is very, very important here, guys. If we can see coins making early leading signals ahead of Bitcoin, ahead of Ethereum, that is a go-to that you want to actually buy a little bit and hedge yourself. Now, what happened was after that move, we ended up actually breaking out of that all-time high resistance. That resistance came at about $1.40, $1.40, $1.50, and we actually broke out of it with this big impulse right here. And then what happened was we started retesting that as support, and we were now holding support above this level. That is a confirmed breakout. It's a support and resistance flip. And guys, we haven't even seen a parabolic run. Yeah, things got pretty parabolic right here, but that was just the initial breakout. I mean, we just barely cleared all-time high. To say that Chainlink's dead, to say that we're going to have an elongated correction, in my opinion, just is kind of ignoring everything that's going on right now. I mean, we just had the halving. On top of that, Bitcoin's been rather bullish. Other altcoins have showed a lot of strength in general. And we're seeing Chainlink breaking out of its all-time major descending. And we're seeing Chainlink breaking out of its all-time horizontal resistance. And it's reclaiming it as support. And every time we bounce off of this level, look how much we bounce. 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 We're just immediately bouncing off this level. That shows that there's a lot of buyers that are coming in right here. And at that level, that's pretty much the equivalent of about $1.60, $1.80, right around that $2 range. That's really where all of the value seems to be hidden inside of this market. Now, what's really interesting, guys, is the fact that we still have this all-time high right here. We have a couple resistances. So this is the all-time high at this red line, which would be price-wise about $4.95, so almost $5. And then we also have this resistance level right here, and we're right about to break out of it as we speak right now. This is the resistance level, which is currently sitting at $4.50. We're right now closing below this, but in my opinion, it's just a matter of time before we get a sizable impulse and we're able to actually break out of all of these before, you know, we go up further on in this trend. And that's what I'm going to be watching out for. For me, guys, this just looks like a lot of accumulation. This looks like a trend that hasn't even started going parabolic, but I think that this next impulse will be the phase where it does start to do a lot of the bull run that we've been expecting to see. That's been the big thing that we've been watching for. When are altcoins going to do the thing like they did in 2017? And in my opinion, we're getting really close to that. The second that Chainlink can actually clear this all-time high, that's in price discovery, and there's really no telling how high it's going to get. We know how crazy this move was, but that was just the breakout of the all-time high. This one is going to be a secondary breakout of that all-time high, but in my opinion, the second one is going to be much bigger than the first, and we're going to see prices really start to take off from the rest of the pack and really start to lead this market, because in my opinion, it looks very much like the Ethereum cycle from back in 2017. Basically, if we were to take a look at the first impulse that we ever made, it looks very similar to me. Obviously, there are differences in exactly how the market structure looks, but nonetheless, it's pretty much the same. Pretty much what happens was we just get added to the exchange, we round out for a little while, and then we make a big impulse. That first impulse breaks out of all of the all-time high that we had, so technically that was right here. So this was the all-time high. We broke out of that. We came back down. This one didn't come all the way back down to retest it, but nonetheless, we still broke out of that. Retested the rough vicinity, and then that's when we went into super bullish price discovery, right? And that's honestly the same thing that I'm expecting here with Chainlink. We're following roughly the same trend. It's outperformed Bitcoin. It's outperformed Ethereum. It's continued to lead the rest of the market in general, and so for that, I'm going to continue to average into this position. I bought a significant amount of Chainlink all through here. I bought a lot right down in here at about $2, and then I bought some more down here at about $2.50. And so I've been doing the best I can to accumulate. I wish I could have got some cheaper. I wish I'd known about this all the way back down in here, but it really doesn't matter, guys. I see strength in the market, and I'm buying that. And I'm just kind of diversifying and hedging my Bitcoin and my Ethereum into this because it outperforms both. And so why wouldn't you? It's not so much about the percent return. Yeah, I might not get the 1000x or the 100x, but nonetheless, I'm still going to be outperforming the majority of my other positions, and that's good enough for me. I've got and bought a lot of Chainlink over the last couple weeks, specifically the last months. I've been buying a lot at about $3.70. That was pretty much the range, 360 to 370. That's where I started adding a lot of my margin positions, and they're currently all in profit, just waiting for the breakout of this all-time high. Because in my opinion, guys, the second that we do that, it's going to happen quick, and we're going to see some real impulsing coming very soon. Now, this is what takes me to the next part of this video. This is actually the Bitcoin pair. What I want to talk about with the Bitcoin pair is just how much this does not look like it's over. In my opinion, we're seeing the build-up phase before a major blow-off top actually ensues. And it's hard to say, guys, this one really could just keep going parabolic. We don't know how crazy these markets are going to get. We know how crazy Ethereum was in the last cycle, and there's no reason to think that we can't see the same sort of trajectory here with Chainlink and here with some of the other cryptos as well. But the thing with Chainlink, guys, is I actually added to a lot of my margin positions right here. Right when we came back down to dip to the trend line, I added to them. I added to them right here as well once I saw the impulse. And I haven't added anything since, but I'm going to kind of hold these and watch and see what happens. Maybe when we break the all-time high, I'll add to some a little bit more. But nonetheless, guys, I feel like I've done my part in accumulating, and I don't need to worry so much about it. It's not about over-leveraging yourself. It's about finding good, smart trades and riding out the trend because, you know, it doesn't take a genius. I'm only using about 3 to 5x leverage here. I can't even remember which one it was. I don't have a liquidation price. I have a stop loss in place in case something were to go wrong. So I'm not even stressing it right now. And it's not a big enough portion of my portfolio that where if I take the loss, it's not going to kill me. But nonetheless, guys, every time we've basically come into contact with this trend line, it's produced a major bounce and a rise on the way up. And that's been the story of Chainlink thus far. At this point, I'm expecting it to do the same. And the really cool thing is all of these times they bounced once and then they pretty much just started impulsing. This one has bounced once, it's bounced twice, and it still hasn't even broke out super hard. And so in my opinion, this one is building up for a bigger move. The more times we react to this trend line, the more value that is getting bought up. And we're going to see a strong impulse coming that will eventually lead us to the blow off top of this phase. Something along the lines of this. It's kind of what I'm watching for. We need to see something more of an actual big blow off top. That's what I want to see. Something along the lines of this. At least something like this. Where we do get a strong impulse and maybe that would signal the top. But even this doesn't even look like it would be super toppy. Even this looks like it could do something more along the lines of that. But that's what we need to see, guys. We really do need to see that big blow off top where we just have nothing but euphoric candlesticks, just greed and delusion taking over. And that's the way that we signal when the top of this is going to be. And who knows, guys, maybe Chainlink is one of those rare cryptos that just continuously outperforms, continuously goes parabolic. At that point, you're really not going to try and want to fart around too much with taking all those short-term profits. Because I'm locked into margin longs, I'm definitely taking those profits. But I have a lot of money worth of spot buy orders that I've been accumulating with Link. I think basically, oh yeah, it would have been since down in here. This is the point where I started accumulating Chainlink, added to my positions right here, and when we actually started breaking out, and then I've been adding virtually every time we hit that trend line. Because with what we're seeing right here is just immense strength. You're not going to find that in too many other altcoins. And so while we're still really early on, Bitcoin hasn't even broke the all-time high. Bitcoin is still rather lagging behind overall compared to what we're going to see coming out of it. In my opinion, guys, Chainlink's a no-brainer for that specific reason. I'm going to continue to hold this one. I'm going to watch what happens. I'm really looking forward to this one, and I think everybody should at least have some exposure. Now, before we finish up this video, let's talk about the Bitcoin dominance here, because the Bitcoin dominance is a very important chart. A lot of people, a lot of really good analysts, I've heard them talk about how they think it's a worthless chart. But in my opinion, guys, this is the chart that basically dictates alt season or dictates whether altcoins are going to go back down lower. And what we're seeing right now is the most encouraging sign that you could possibly hope for as an altcoin investor. Pretty much what's happening right now was the fact that since 2013, since altcoins have been around, this chart's been in a downtrend. And basically what that means is that this shows a percentage. This shows 64.92%, which means out of the 100% of value in all of the money inside of the cryptocurrency market, 64% of that is currently in Bitcoin. And so this chart going up shows Bitcoin's market cap growing. This chart going down shows Bitcoin's market cap decreasing and that market cap going into the altcoins instead. Now, what's happened was since altcoins have been around, they've been taking from this value, which has created the short-term downtrend. Well, I should say long-term downtrend because it's been years. But nonetheless, we've been in this downtrend, right? What happened was this big sell-off that we saw here, this big crash, that was actually 2017 when all of the altcoins went crazy. So all of the altcoins, when they were pumping, that was when this chart was going down. Now, as you guys can see, we've been in an uptrend ever since 2018. This was exactly 2018. And then from that point, Bitcoin dominance is uptrended because altcoins have been outperforming Bitcoin on the way down. They've had the most brutal bear markets. They've been getting wrecked. And right now, what we're seeing, guys, is a potential trend reversal. In my opinion, we are seeing the reversal of this trend. Now, what we see here at this red line is a horizontal resistance. Technically, this used to be previous support. This is where we would bounce around. And then we sold through that level right here. And then this now became, previous support became resistance now. And what happened was we'd been impulsing the whole way up. And with this big wick that we saw was us retesting that and getting rejected. And we can see that forming right now. This is an example of a hanging man formation. You can see this big long wick and this little tiny candle body right there. You got to basically imagine it as a noose. So this is the line, and then this is the guy's head. And, you know, he's just sitting there about to get hung. It's like you're playing hangman, right? And this is just the noose right here. That's basically what the pattern is supposed to represent. It's supposed to be a hanging man. And so this is supposed to represent a man hanging. And it's a bearish pattern that shows seller exhaustion. It shows buyer exhaustion. The buyers bought the prices up all the way up here. And then, you know, the sellers knocked it all the way back down and then ended up closing red with this tiny little candle. That shows buyer exhaustion. It shows that the sellers have become too great. And we're now seeing red conformational candles spawning directly from that. Which means, in my opinion, guys, we're about to see a very strong correction that's going to take us back down to about 55% dominance. And when that actually takes place, altcoins are going to see a big rise because whenever this chart goes down, altcoins trend up. They outperform Bitcoin. The dollar pairs do really well as well. And that's what we're going to see here with Chainlink today, guys. We're right here close to this all-time high, right as Bitcoin dominance is about to fall off a cliff. It's the perfect catalyst for us to be breaking out of all new all-time highs. I mean, obviously, it's the perfect catalyst for us to have a blow-off top here in Chainlink on the Bitcoin pair because we haven't had one of those, and the Bitcoin dominance is about to top out. And so when this happens, altcoins trend up, and they outperform Bitcoin. And so in this case, this is the Chainlink Bitcoin pair. This pair is going to skyrocket in value. And in my opinion, it's going to be the best performing altcoin when that happens. You could go with Ethereum. You could go with Tezos. You could go with Chainlink. Those are really my bread and butter. Those are the ones that I'm rocking with above first and foremost. I still have a lot of XRP, but I hold more Chainlink, I hold more Tezos, I hold more Ethereum because they have showed the most strength. I wouldn't want to invest all of my money into the laggard when all the other ones are going to just be sitting there making me profit. So anyways, guys, this is the video I had for you. If you found any value in this, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Click that notification bell too so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. Now, before we wrap things up, let's quickly talk about, you know, the course and signals because I told you guys that I was going to save that to the end. I know that I've been kind of pushing that a lot at the beginning of the videos, and I'm going to kind of lay off of that because at the end of the day, you know, the people that watch all the way to the end of the videos are going to be the ones that actually care about listening to the course and signals. So I'll just talk about that briefly here. But the course is 20 educational videos, like I've always stated. I really do recommend that you guys check at least one of these out. You can get them together, you can get them separate, it doesn't matter. But nonetheless, I think that it's really, really valuable, especially with all this market uncertainty right now. If you guys want to learn how to be profitable inside of this market, you want to learn all of the technical skills required on how to actually be out here trading the markets, investing in them, and not getting yourself wrecked, you know, the video course is what I created that for. You know, I got into crypto and had to teach myself everything that I knew. I paid for courses, I paid for mentorship, and, you know, I invested a lot of money to get to the point that I'm at now. And basically, I'm going to be teaching you guys all of the stuff inside of those 20-part videos, all of the things that I know about crypto, all of my trading plans, all of the ways I do analysis is going to be taught to you guys so that you can actually start doing this just the same as I have for myself. Now, if you're somebody that would like to rather follow the signals are an excellent resource for you guys to just copy my trades. You guys will know, you guys would have been updated exactly when I would have bought and added my positions and margin for Chainlink right here. You would have known about Tezos. You would have been following our ZIL calls that are up over 100%. There's a lot of things that you guys would have been in the loop about, and that's why I really recommend that you guys check that out. You know, maybe you're somebody that can only afford one or the other. In that recommendation, I would actually recommend that you would go for the signals, because at least then you can copy my portfolio, make some profit, and then, you know, use that profit to either invest back into your knowledge or, you know, keep just investing into crypto. But I really do think it's important. You know, I made the course and signals as a way that you guys could support the channel if you wanted to, in a way that I'm not just asking directly, but you guys can actually get a lot of value in return, because this is the type of stuff that I wish I had back when I first got into crypto. I really do wish I had good study material, because I didn't. I had to pay for all of that stuff, and I ended up paying like triple the amount that you guys are going to be for this course and signals. So make sure that you guys join the Discord server. Once you guys have access, shoot me a message and I will get back to you with all the information needed on how to sign up. But with all that being said, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. I will catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.